Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this session we're going to have with Queen's University Belfast, specifically for students from Paraguay. My name is Fernanda, and I am part of the Inova Education team. In case you don't know us, we can help you with your application process to Queen's University Belfast. We can also guide you through the different scholarship options and help you with your visa process, and all of this guidance is for free. If you're interested in our services or you have any doubts, I have put in the chat box my contact information, so I will be happy if you contact me with any questions you may have. We would appreciate if you can please turn off your microphones and your cameras as well. You can write all your questions in the chat box and we will answer them in the end. Here with us today is Simon Terrington, Regional Manager for Latin America at Queen's University Belfast. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and thank you so much, Simon, for being with us today. And I leave the presentation to you.
Okay, thanks very much, Fernanda. As Fernanda said, my name is Simon Terrington, and I actually work for Queen's University in Latin America. I actually live in Bogota, so I'm reasonably local, and I help students throughout Latin America. So it's lovely to see you. I'm going to talk for probably about 30 minutes, and then after that we'll have time for a question and answer session. So once again, it's wonderful to see you. Muchas gracias por venir a todos. And I'm going to start the presentation. So what I'd like to do first is just give you a quick idea of what we're going to talk about tonight. So the advantages of Belfast and Queen's University, why study in Belfast, which is a wonderful city, why study at Queen's University. Then we're going to look at some of the study option, we're going to look at all the facilities. I'd also like to talk about the COVID situation, and the fact is that Northern Ireland has been doing very, very well, which we'll talk about later on. And then we're going to look at fees and scholarships and have a question and answer session. But before we start, guys, I'm going to show you a video which gives you a really good idea about Queen's University facilities, installations, atmosphere, etc. So this is a wonderful video. It's going to be 2 minutes, so I'll come straight back to you.
I'm sorry, Simon, but we actually can't see your screen. We don't see the presentation. I don't know what happened.
Sorry, I didn't share my, well, that was a bit, let me just, sorry, Fernanda, let me just try and go out of this then. Why can't you see my screen? Let me see. Let me just see. I'm sorry, guys. So if I, okay, share screen, correct. Sorry, Fernanda, that was, I thought I shared it, but anyway. Okay, here we are, guys. Sorry about that technical hitch. I'm going to share screen with you now. And here we are. Can you see my screen now, Fernanda?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, guys, for that technical hitch, but here we are. We're going to go straight into this. So here's the video anyway. So guys, I've written that on the screen, And that was an introduction to Queen's. So what I'd like to talk about are the benefits of studying in Belfast. Now, when you look at the United Kingdom, Belfast is probably not one of the most better known destinations, but it's got some massive advantages. It's a really fantastic place to study. So we're going to look at a map here which shows you where mainland UK is, and then we've got Ireland. And Northern Ireland is one of the 4 countries. So we have here England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. As you can see here, Northern Ireland, there's 2 key points about this, okay? Northern Ireland is the most cost-effective place to live in the UK, and also it's the safest place to live in the UK, so it's got some wonderful advantages. And then Queen's is one of only 2 universities in Northern Ireland. The other one is called Ulster, so there's just 2 universities. That means it gives students some wonderful opportunities to find work. There's less competition, less students, which in a way is a good thing because more opportunities for everyone. We can see some beautiful coastline. This is 1 hour away from the campus. It's called the Antrim Coast. We also have nice sandy beaches as well that are not far from the campus. So, of course, the climate's different from Mexico. We have the 4 seasons, but you've got some wonderful opportunities to go out and explore, and it's a beautiful country. It really is. And Queen's has been recognised as one of the 10 most beautiful campuses within the UK. So when you think of going to study in the UK, you know, you might have this kind of image in your head. And I'm pretty sure you probably think, okay, a nice campus-based university with lots of history, tradition, academic excellence, and this is what Queen's gives you. So a wonderful place, as you can see here, and as you saw in the video. Belfast is a welcoming and diverse city, and 600,000 people within Belfast, about 1.5 million in the whole of Northern Ireland. So it's a smallish country when you consider the population of Mexico City, which must be more than 20 million. When you look at Asunción, you know, in Paraguay, I'm sure the population is a lot more than 1.5 million. However, it's big enough to do what you need to do, you know, restaurants, sports, shops, theatres, cinemas, you know, you've got everything you need really. It's got a very big music scene for those of you that are into music as well. Belfast is the happiest place in the UK, so fantastic. You can be very happy when you go to Belfast. I think this is because people are so welcoming. They're like almost like Latinos. It's sort of like, you know, everyone wants to talk to you, wants to help you. It's very social. It's not like many parts of England where I come from, London, and that's a big city. And to be honest with you, it's not the most amable in the world. So Queen's University was founded in 1845. It's the 9th oldest university in the UK, member of the Russell Group. Now, I'm not sure if any of you on the call know what the Russell Group is, but it's a group of 24 universities that are very highly ranked and all have a global reputation for research and investigations within the world. So Queen's are doing a number of really good projects. In fact, Queen's have a couple of professors that helped the UK create a vaccine for COVID. So this is absolutely wonderful. It's a top 200 world university, and we have around 24,000 students. So we have 3 faculties within Queen's University. The first one is medicine, health and life sciences. And you can see here we have medicine, dentistry, biomedical sciences, biological sciences, pharmacy, nursing and midwifery. Now, we have over 300 programs available at graduate, undergraduate level. And when you look at all the combinations, it's more than that. So I can't talk about every program. However, what I will do is when we move into the chat section, then when we move into question and answer session, I will give you the email, the web address where you can find all this information out. And of course, Inova Education, I have like autoconfianza in Inova Education, fantastic team. We work with them very closely. So these are the people you should go and see, and particularly Ross, who's the representative in Paraguay. These are the people you should go and see to help you with your application. So I'm going to move on to the second faculty. There's only 3 faculties, so I'm going to move on to the second one, which is engineering and physical sciences. Here you can see we have chemistry, chemical engineering, electronics, electrical engineering, mathematics, natural built environment, psychology, mechanical and aerospace engineering. And the last faculty is the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. Now we have the William J. Clinton Institute. I'm not sure if any of you know who William Clinton would be. But William Clinton is the longer name for Bill Clinton, obviously ex-president of the United States. Hillary Clinton is the chancellor at Queen's University. So to have that kind of influence and have that recognition is amazing. We also have courses in social sciences, arts, English and English language, history, anthropology, etc., etc. So popular programs in Latin America, and at a postgraduate level, the most popular programs that people study are accounting and finance, MBA, applied cybersecurity, arts management, law, and you can see some of the others. At this point, guys, I wanted to talk to you about another big benefit in the UK, is that effectively, in the UK, students who finish their master's or undergraduate degree can work for 2 years within the UK. So that basically means within Northern Ireland or within mainland UK. So, and you can obviously earn some good money. So that's a fantastic opportunity. Later on, we're going to look at entry requirements for Paraguay. So I'm going to talk through those. Ranking and credentials, there's about 160 universities in the UK, so to be within the top 20 for these subjects is fantastic. Second in the UK for pharmacy, pharmaceutical sciences, dentistry, high up for architecture, criminology, chemical engineering, education, medicine, we can see here aeronautical, manufacture engineering, film production, civil engineering, etc. So of these courses, architecture is particularly popular within Latin America, as is aeronautical, manufacturing, engineering, and we have a course that's called project and construction management, very, very popular with students. Okay, so this is the campus. It's beautiful, as you can see here. Effectively, we have the main building here, and this is called the graduate school, where lots of people have their lessons if you're doing a postgraduate program. So you can imagine studying in this beautiful building. It's absolutely amazing. The town centre is over here towards the back where my cursor is, and you can walk there in 15 minutes. So you can actually you can basically ride a bike, which takes 5 to 10 minutes. You can walk. You can either get a taxi if you're not that energetic and you don't want to, you don't want the exercise. And of course, in the winters, sometimes people tend to get public transport. So there's lots of options. It's very, very easy. And as I was saying, it's safe and secure, so you can walk around and, be talking on your mobile phone, and you can, just be a bit kind of less conscious than you are in Latin America, which is obviously a good thing for security. So this is the campus. We have a library which was developed about 5 to 6 years ago, and it was built at a cost of £50 million. It's one of the best libraries. It's rated one of the best libraries in the UK. So that's another kind of fantastic advantage, really good advantage for going to Queen's. Now, accommodation, these are really nice pictures, as you can see. Where are you going to live? Well, we have what's called student villages. We have like 3 or 4, and they're named after Northern Ireland addresses. So BT2, BT3, and effectively we have graduate students living together, postgraduate students, and undergraduate students living together. The prices were amongst the most cost effective in the UK. You can start from around £75 a week. That goes up to around 200. But again, we're noticing a little trend here, guys, that again, this has been, the accommodation has been voted amongst the top 10 in the UK. So really, really good reputation and credibility. So I want to talk about COVID, and then we're going to look at a couple of videos, and then I'd like to talk about, I'd like to talk about the entry requirements from Paraguay. So COVID, we can see here, this was a statistic I got today actually, 40%, 43% of the population are completely vaccinated. That means the 2 vaccinations, or Johnson & Johnson 1 vaccination. The plan is to open up, the campus is already open. People are working, students are studying. In September, the plan is for new students to start on campus. So we have all the bioseguridad, and we have the stations to wash hands, the masks, effectively social distancing in place. Students will not be in the big lecture halls, they'll be in kind of smaller classrooms with social distancing. And we effectively have a walk-in free test centre, which we advise students to use if they feel they may have gone down with COVID. The other good thing, and it's really good to know this, Fernanda, Jack, Deborah, the whole of the team, I'm sure you know this anyway, and Ross, is that students can actually get a vaccine, of course, as part of their National Health Service package. So when you get a visa, you have to pay a little extra for National Health Service, but then you would have the same priority on vaccines as everyone else. So if you've had your first vaccine in Paraguay, you go to the UK, you can have your second vaccine there. Or if you haven't had any vaccines, then you can get them at basically at one of the medical centres near the university. Support and counselling services available to all students free of charge. It is a really wonderful place, and Queen's have worked so hard to ensure that safety measures are in place for COVID. But I'm really happy to take these questions on coronavirus because I understand this is at the forefront of everyone's mind. However, I've had several questions recently, and I've had like, okay, I'm going to wait this year until I get a vaccine. You know, for me, you should get yourself over to the UK because they're vaccinating people a lot quicker. That's just my own personal opinion. If you wait here, then we could be spending a year, of course, waiting, and then it's a year that you've lost as far as time for your studies. So let's talk a bit about scholarships. Now, we don't actually have a convenio with Becal, but what we do have in Paraguay, but we have lots of other agreements. We have an agreement with CONICET, we have an agreement with FUNED, we have an agreement with, we're doing an agreement with FIDER, we have an agreement with Colfuturo, we have agreement with in Peru, Pronabec, I don't know if I mentioned that. We have, every student has the opportunity as well to get a scholarship. It's like a discount. So that's every student apart from students on medicine programs, students on dentistry programs, and students on the MBA. We don't have any scholarships for these students, but we have scholarships for everyone else. So 90% of the students, 90% of the students will get a scholarship. We also have a system where if you pay money up front, then you get a 10% reduction on fees. So that's obviously a really good, good policy as well. Now, what I'd like to do, before I talk about Paraguay specifically, I'd like to look at another video, okay? So we're going to play another video now, which is amazing. It really shows how Queen's has really benefited the community, how students are getting on, empowering women. I mean, I have 2 daughters, and for me, this video where they talk about empowering women is amazing because they really work hard. Queen's really work hard in ensuring that all students get the kind of education, training, and everything to succeed. So we're going to watch this video, and then I'll be straight back, okay?
scientists at Queen's are working on treatments and vaccines to try to help us all.
I just thought I didn't have a chance of going to Queen's, so I was quite shocked when they accepted me. I had a brilliant time, made loads of friends. A lot of the stories I write about now came from that time.
Queen's University of Belfast is one of the important partners of BIT in Europe.
I'm also honored to be associated with the Institute that seeks to address the global challenge of building a peaceful, secure, and inclusive world.
Okay, guys, so that gave you, I think, a fantastic, more of an understanding of how great Queen's is and how much it does for students and how much you can really gain from an education at Queen's. So, look, before we move to questions, I wanted to talk a little bit about the entry requirements for Paraguay. So, if you've done, basically, I was in Paraguay, I was in Asunción with Jack and with Eric and some of the Inova team. This was back in 2019, and we had a wonderful time. And there's some IB schools. So if you've done an IB, you can go straight to Queen's at an undergraduate level. If you've done a high school diploma, then you'll probably need, for bachillerato, you'll probably need a foundation program, which we have. We have an agreement with a company called Into for that. And then if you want to go on to postgraduate, then you can probably qualify straight from a Paraguayan degree. You need quite a good percentage at Queen's to go. Now, you also need English, okay? Now, at undergraduate, English is about level 6 IELTS, or if you have TOEFL, it's probably about 80, 85. At postgraduate, that's about 90 TOEFL and that's 6.5 IELTS. And there's some courses that are very technical where you may need a higher level of English. We do have pre-sessional English programs to help you before your program, okay? So look, once again, this was a quick insight into Queen's. I've absolutely loved being here. There's some questions I see in chat, which I haven't looked at because I've been busy talking. So I'm gonna try and answer some of these questions now, but I really appreciate your time and thank you ever so much for coming. So let me just have a look at these. So it says, hola, hola. Ustedes escuchan lo que dice, espero que sí, buenas noches. Hola Rolando, yo escucho bien, yo también puedo escuchar bien el audio, creo que sí ahora renuncié y escuchar bien. Okay, so does anyone have any questions? Fernanda, I'll pass back to you and we can then hopefully do some questions together.
Yes, sounds perfect. We actually haven't received any question yet. So if any of you have any questions for Simon about Queen's University or to myself with the Inova process and everything, we will be more than happy to help you. And I think we have our first questions. What's the level of English you would need to study in Queen's?
Yeah, I've just talked about that. I just talked about that 2 seconds ago. So I just talked a lot about English. So do you want me to repeat? I'll just repeat what I said literally 30 seconds ago. Or do you want to say it, Fernanda, in case they didn't understand me?
Yeah, I can. Yes, I can say it. Roland, if you're having like a bit of, te está costando un poquito entenderlo. Básicamente depende de tu nivel de inglés, como el grado al que quieras ir, pero normalmente, por ejemplo, si vas a la carrera, te van a pedir como un 6 en IELTS o un 80 en TOEFL, y en la maestría te pedirían como un 6.5 probablemente en IELTS y como un 90 en lo que sería TOEFL, pero eso depende de los programas, entonces podemos, depende del programa y con mucho gusto te podemos ayudar.
Sí, sí, está correcto, es correcto. Entonces, y también tenemos como pre-sessional English, si los estudiantes se necesitan un poco de apoyo antes, entonces si falta como un nivel .5 de IELTS o algo, pueden ofrecerlos como un pre-sessional English.
Perfect. We have a question from Laura. This is a question for Inova. How can I apply? Is it free? Yes, the process with Inova, we help you apply to Queen's University, and it's completely free. And I think you don't have any programs that have an application fee, do you, Simon?
No, we don't actually. We don't. Everything's free, so that's absolutely fantastic.
Okay, that's great to know. So everything, in case you want to apply to Queen's University, it would be free.
So, I'm just going to help you with questions.
Yeah, Genesis asks, I'd like more information on the foundation program, please.
Fantastic. I'd love to give you more information on the foundation program. So it's run by a company called Into, but it's on campus. So you guys can go straight to Queen's. It's like a very integrated program. We have programs in business, arts, social sciences, engineering, architecture, humanities, lots and lots of courses. And you would need a good grade in bachillerato, and you would only need, I think, level 5.5 IELTS. So the level for foundation is a bit lower. And obviously, like the Inova team can help you with that, but the foundation is really great at Queen's, yeah.
Perfect. And so asks us, is the university accepting undergraduate visiting students for 1 semester? I think like an intercambio académico.
It's a really good question as well. We do have, they're called study abroad, and we do have convenios with, but then you would have to have a convenio with the university to have a free study abroad place. Most students would have to pay for that, but we do have a semester, yeah.
Okay, something important
Yes.
is that actually Inova Education can help you with that. We can help you with the entire program if you want to study your entire undergraduate program or postgraduate program, but we can help you with these kinds of intercambios. We have a question from Lorena. Can we access to scholarships at an undergraduate level?
Yeah, that's a really good question as well. We do have scholarships at undergraduate, and they're fixed scholarships of 2,500 or 3,000 per year. It depends on the price of the program.
Perfect. Genesis asks, how long does a program last?
So an undergraduate program lasts 3 years, but if you have to do foundation, that's 4 years. A postgraduate master's is 1 year, and PhDs are normally around 3 to 4 years.
Perfect. Gabriela asks if we can give her more information about the fees and the accommodation, and we are happy to do so. Please send us an email, and we will gladly send you this information so you can have it in your email.
And Fernanda, remember that students can work for 2 years afterwards as well, which is a great opportunity.
Yeah, actually, that's great for any student that wants to stay in the UK after they finish their program. You can stay there for 2 years.
Exactly.
We have a question from Ruth. Do you have any full scholarship options?
Do you have any what scholarship options? Sorry.
Full scholarship options.
I didn't understand. Free scholarship?
No, full.
Full scholarship. Okay, sorry, full scholarship. Full scholarship, no. The maximum we have is a 50% scholarship. That's called the Vice Chancellor's Awards. We have 50% scholarships, yeah.
Okay. I think those were all the questions. I don't see any more. Please, if you are interested in studying in Queen University Belfast or have any more questions, feel free to contact me. Simon also is very happy to help you with anything you want and might have a question with. And I think that's it, Simon, for today.
No, well, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope you found out a lot about Queen's, and thanks ever so much. So hopefully we'll be hearing from you very soon.
Okay, perfect. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Simon, and have a lovely evening.
Thank you. Have a lovely evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.